If I had to say where it begins with me. Um, we didn't play a disciplined enough game. Exactly what you said, Sam. It's inexcusable we only had 13 points in that game. I give a ton of credit to them. They're always good on defense. They did a good job. Um, to play like we played and to only have 13 points, that starts with me. I got to make sure the guys are in good position to put points on the board. Um, Discipline in our program starts with me, and when you have negative things happen on drives, um, it's tough to finish them. So, um,
I believe we lost the audio. Hey guys, Scott's mic got muted.
Sorry. Test, test, test. Can you hear us?
All right, we're back.
Sam, discipline in this program starts with me and the coaches to make sure that we have it. That's what we talked about all week, is not just playing well, but playing smart. And we didn't. We made too many mistakes against a good team. We got to get that fixed. I got to get that fixed.
Next question, Adam Kruger.
Hey, Coach, I know Luke's primary position is quarterback, but with the way you were able to get him touches in the Ohio State game, for those wondering, why didn't Luke get any touches until the third quarter today?
Yeah, we had a couple plays for him, a couple little sets. They were doing a couple things different than they'd shown, and one of the things we liked with him wouldn't have been available. We just didn't get the other couple things called to take advantage of him. But we got to do a better job making sure he touches the ball, Wandale touches the ball. Those are our better players, and they need the ball in their hands.
Next question, Mitch Sherman.
Hey, Scott, can you discuss the quarterback position moving forward, how you see it, what you think today using Luke like you did in the fourth quarter does for those two guys and, and their mindsets?
I don't really want to comment on that right now other than to say, like I've said all along, I think we have two really good players. I feel for Adrian. That's a tough position to be in, and he's poured his heart and soul into this. But those guys are going to compete, and I'm comfortable with both of them in a game. I thought we just needed a spark, and gave Luke a shot. He deserves it.
Next up, Sean Callahan.
Hey, Coach, can you explain what happened with your center situation with Cam Jurgens, and when did that develop for you guys this week?
We knew Cam wasn't going to play. I didn't want to say anything because we want to protect our guys, but we knew he wasn't going to play. We wanted to make sure we had a veteran guy in there that could make the calls and at least get the ball back to Adrian. So I thought Matt did a good job repping there. But that certainly didn't help us.
And then what to the team after the loss? I mean, how do you kind of break this one down and you tell them? Because obviously you had plenty of opportunities to win this game, but came up short.
I told them it's my fault. I told them it's on me. And it is. We talked all week going into this game about not making the mistakes that get ourselves beat. These guys played their butt off. Our defense played their butt off. And other than giving up a punt return and a kick return and short fields, I thought the defense played really well, created 2 turnovers, got us 7 points. Offensively, Sam said it. We had the ball down there. We got to punch it in. Had 2 field goals in the first half instead of 2 touchdowns, missed another field goal, 2 interceptions. To come away with 13 points is inexcusable, and that's my fault.
Next up, Parker Gabriel.
Hey, Scott, can you just assess the defensive play overall? I know you said you liked it for the most part. And then also, did you give any thought to allowing, finding a way to get Miles and Quentin back in the game in the second half?
Well, I'm sure the defensive guys will look at that. Parker, I was on the headset with the offense most of the time, trying to figure a way to get the ball in the end zone. We talked about that at half with the defensive staff. I told them I'd just soon those guys kept playing in a rotation. Those guys definitely deserve to play. If there's one positive thing to come out of this, we have a lot of young players that I think are going to be really good football players for us that are stepping up and playing well. But nobody's more impatient right now than me. we should be farther along than we are right now. I think we're there. We just have to go out on the field and make it happen and win football games. That starts with me.
Next question, Joe Nugent.
Hey, Scott, along those lines, I don't know if you saw much of Luke Reimer, because you said you were working with the offense, but if you did, he led the team in tackles. It looked like he was running all over the place. What can you tell us about his contribution? And certainly, good to have him back out there.
Yeah, we had to rely on him. Will Honus wasn't available to us. He tried to go through warm-ups and couldn't go. We've known since early on, Luke getting to campus, what kind of player we had there, and it doesn't surprise me. I didn't see the tackle chart yet, but Luke's going to make a lot of plays at Nebraska before he's done.
Next question, Coach. Last one, Brian Christopherson. We'll move on to Andy Kendi.
Hey, Coach. Moving forward, how do you keep the guys believing that this thing can turn the corner?
We got a lot of good players. I think the players can see what's happening. I'm not really worried about that, but we need the leadership to step up and make sure that happens. And the discipline part's got to come from me. We're going to go back to work as a coaching staff, figure out how to stop playing in games that happen like this. And the players need to experience something good. And together with them and us, we got to go out and make that happen.
Last question, Steve Simple, Journal Star.
Hey, Scott, what ultimately did lead to the decision to pull Adrian and go with Luke? What was going through your mind at that point?
I just thought we needed a spark. Every player has good plays and bad plays. That interception, the timing was way off of what we expected. And at that point, I thought we needed a spark. We had kind of had a plan to get Luke in the game more earlier, and he hadn't been in. So we put him in, and I kind of liked what I saw from him, so we stuck with him. But I wouldn't read too much into that.